Hello, Taurus. Welcome. So, this is your reading for June 2017, your monthly reading. It's 1 minute before 6 a.m. where I am. I am. So, I might have to turn on the light for a couple of these readings, but yeah, I just wanted to show everyone to get started the beautiful light coming in through the trees. And so just to start it off on a nice, still, peaceful note. And I just got done shuffling all three decks very well. Both styles, casino style, and then tarot style. So I spent quite a few minutes making sure all the energies were broken up from yesterday. And yeah, if my hair gets in the shot there and it's all spiky bedhead, yeah. I have sesame oil all over my hair, so I sleep like that, and when I wake up, it is just what it is. So, um, needless to say, I am not getting on camera, and I usually don't for all my tarot readings, pretty much for the most part. So, yeah. Believe me, you do not need to see me right now anyway. But the energies are good. Fresh start, fresh cards, fresh. So, starting off today's the second chunk, the second half of the readings for June. Starting off with you, Taurus. So, nice, fresh, vibrant, early morning energies. So we'll see what the cards have in store if they reflect how I'm feeling anyway. I popped right out of bed feeling good, got good sleep, so I hope all my Tauruses are doing well. So let's see what's in the cards. I'm going to have to turn the light on though, so. Okay. So let's, yeah, I keep getting little glimpses of my spiky hair in the shot. Bedhead. Sesame oil bedhead. It's glorious over here. Yes. Okay. All right. My brother is a triple Taurus, so, and we get along very well, except for, sometimes. But the bull and the lion, Leos and Tauruses, even though I shuffled really well, I just want to show again how I do it. So, Tauruses, how would they be responding to the Geminian energies that we're in currently? We'll be picking one card from this deck, 3 enhancers or clarifiers from the Mini Harmonious, and then one from the Journey of Love to see where you're at on your journey of love. So that could be self-love, love for your children, family, nature. So we'll see where that card takes us. So this is the main energy for June for Taurus, June 2017. Main focal energy. All my Tauruses out there. Well, it may not resonate with everyone, but what comes through is what comes through. So, Ten of Wands wanted to show itself again, and I think I remember last month Taurus's that's interesting. Okay. This was kind of sticking up, so I was just called to pull it and not cut the deck and pull one. So that was the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Wands just wanted to show itself, and if I remember correctly, Last month's reading, Taurus got the Ten of Wands. Okay, Seven of Wands is on the bottom. Five of Wands on the top. There's a sign for, I believe that's, oh, I was going to say Leo, but I'm like, wait, no, that's Saturn. But then I just saw Leo on the bottom. And I was saying something about Leo and Taurus. So there might have been something, some strife with a Leo. Or someone that has a powerful Leo element in one of their planets or houses. So, because there's Five of Wands and then Seven of Wands. There's Leo, the sign for Leo again. And Mars, which rules Aries. So, maybe something with a fire sign was that Ten of Wands. And then, but bam, what I was called to pick that was sticking out was Ten of Cups, okay? So, possibly some strife with a Leo, but you spoke your mind and had valor, so the strife is over and you're feeling very satisfied about how you dealt with that. So let's see. Okay, I just cut open to the Prince of Swords, the Knight of Swords. That keeps showing up. So a lot of dynamic thinking is pushing us to feel a certain way and then really pushing us to act. So, and that Geminian energy, it's cut and dry, black and white, what helps and what hurts. So, I'm really getting a lot of energy from people this month of really just seeing where they're unhappy in their life and being self-empowered enough to know that you have control over that, how you feel, how your life looks, how you feel about it, how you think. So perhaps yeah, you traded in that Ten of Wands for that Ten of Cups because you had to, something just wasn't sitting well with you. Something just wasn't working out. Something just wasn't right. Okay, whatever it was that, but you put an end to it. Ten of Wands. So that ushered in the Ten of Cups right away. And I think it had something to do with you speaking up for yourself, standing your ground, defending yourself, speaking your truth. Oh my gosh. And look, so when I cut open that, the Knight of Swords, and what just flipped out of the deck? The Knight of Swords, okay? Yeah, there was some dynamic thought put to action. You were kind of forced to do something about it because you just couldn't go on with these thoughts. You wanted to just have good feelings and not really be in your thoughts too much. And earth signs, they want to feel good. They're earth. They want to feel grounded, connected to the earth. And this is very much how fulfilling and satisfying that is when an earth sign can have that fullness. A lot of earth signs are very clairsentient. Okay, my brother, I believe, is very sensitive. Same with me. And we're of the earth. We tap into the vibrations of the earth. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I would say especially Taurus and Capricorn as far as clairsentience, because they're hooved animals. They're, you know, in the sea goat, Capricorn a little bit more, you know, that's why Cancer, they have a good, they're complementary signs, okay? So Taurus also is very, and then the Virgos, they're the virgins, they're they're sensitive in a different way, okay? And so the earth signs can be very sensitive, very clairsentient, very in tune with energy. So if something's not right, we really, it really can get to us, consume our thoughts, everything, make us just. So Seven of Pentacles was at the top when that flipped out. So whenever one flips out, I usually look at the bottom and the top. And look, there's the Ten of Wands. Okay, this was at the bottom, the Queen of Pentacles. So that can be you, okay? Even though it looks like a ram or goat, so that would be kind of like, you know, Capricorn. But, like I said, this very much is like the hooved animal, the very grounded, 4 hooves on the ground, sensitive creature. Very strong, right? But we have to be. Capricorns, goats, bulls, they're strong. They have those horns, right? Okay, but they need that because they're sensitive. They need to be able to be strong enough to stand their ground. So it's the way God balances out every sign. They have vulnerabilities and they have strengths. So, you know, this can represent patience and growth, surrendering to divine will, doing you in the meantime while everything else does itself and grows and has its own divine plan with God. So you just realize that you need to do you and take care of you. Because here you are right here, and this doesn't have to be a male or female, it's just, you know, usually I see Capricorn when I see this card, but it is earth sign, and it's, you know, Capricorn and the bull and the goat are kind of, you know, similar, okay, energies. So I really think you grew into this new dynamic way of thinking, and which is the current energies too, because it's Gemini season. So, you know, we're really growing in the way we think, maturing, developing our thoughts, realizing how much power and control we have over dictating our own thoughts, exerting our own will upon our thoughts, acting on our thoughts alone, coming from a good feeling. That's how you get really dynamic thoughts, is when you feel good and satisfied and your life's good, then you make really powerful choices, really good decisions. You have good judgment because you're coming from a place of satiety where things are taken care of. You're speaking your mind, you're standing your ground, you're allowing yourself to evolve, being witness to your own growth, which is really just coming back to self. It's a renewal of our own true, authentic, organic energies, not clouded up by the Ten of Wands. We trade those in for the Ten of Cups. Ten of Wands, okay, now it's time to throw it down. Move up that pathway to that castle. A castle on the hill. Because when you're at the Ten of Wands, you can't go any further with this heavy load. You're like, that's it. There's something that needs to be done. And it starts with the thought. Then you feel some sort of way about it. Ten of Cups, you feel really good about the thought, the conclusion that you came to through a natural progression. This is evolution, natural progression, natural evolution. Okay, so it's because it's growth, things ripening, so thoughts ripening. And really the ripening is a return to you, doing you, because there you are right there. But it took that trading in that Ten of Wands. Yeah, some strength through healing. walking away, so that you can have a new way of thinking and be in the love vibe, offering love. Because when you feel that 10 of Cups, yeah, you're much more productive, and as an earth sign, you're very tangible, hands-on. So, 10 of Wands for an earth sign can be very immobilizing, debilitating, paralyzing. So we need to, be active, like putting our thoughts to action, putting our feelings to action. We need to have a tangible expression as an earth sign, tangible evidence of our spiritual growth. Even if that's just a new way of feeling, or return to feeling, a return to, it's a reminiscent feeling of times that you had that were good, but it's in the here and now, and it's not escapism. Okay, because the 7 of Pentacles shows growth, not escapism. So it's a return to self, but being present. And it's without the masks, the cloaks, the matrix, the programming, the religious, everything. This is just you, unadulterated, unmanipulated. This is just the true you. Brand new, whole, new, fresh. Because this is a very dynamic night. New way of thinking. Okay, it's new, but I'm getting like it's a return to the true you. So it feels brand new. So, let's see what we get for your love. Okay, so, well, that wanted to fall right out. 2 of them did, actually. The communal dance and 3 to 1. So, the communal dance, like the community within, I'm getting, because there's 3 to 1 in the communal dance, so it's like the Trinity withinity, the Trinity within you, mind, body, spirit, whatever Trinity you want to apply. With you, I think it's thoughts, feelings, action. And with a lot of people, that's mastering the thought, and then we can master our emotions, because our emotions are, it's the emotional response to the thought, and then the action is the physical response to the emotion. Or you can say the emotion is the physical response to the thought, and the action is the physical response to the emotion. So, and earth signs, like I said, can be very sensitive, clairsentient, which means clear sensing. Okay, so they pick up on these vibrations of the earth. They're very in tune usually with their own body, other people's energies. So the things that aren't being said or done, they can really pick, as long as we're balanced, that Trinity, okay, is that communal dance of the things being interdependent and interwoven, mind, body, spirit, thought, feeling, and action, emotion, emotion, action. Okay, so electricity in motion, okay, not static, stasis, it's moving, okay. So that's the communal dance. The communal dance is balancing the thought. If we have balanced thoughts, then we have balanced emotions, and we have balanced actions, And when everything's balanced, you can be that clairsentient, you can be that sensitive earth sign and be in tune with all these energies and not have all this stuff interfering. But it comes from mastering the thoughts and the dynamic way of thinking. And when you can do that, you feel very rich, emotionally satisfied. So that creates this balance. And when you feel balanced, you keep moving forward on your path. And you can stay, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You can stay that open vessel for being that sensitive person if you are clairsentient. And earth signs tend to be more, if they are a clair, they're the clairsentient. So when we're balanced, we're more connected to everything. We're more in tune with our own bodies. The earth, everything, others that we're interacting with, animals, the environment, but we don't get overwhelmed. I'm shuffling these a lot because as I'm like meditating on the cards, things are coming in, so. Because being clairsentient, if you're not coming from a balanced place, things can be very overwhelming. But when we're balanced, we're very strong, we're very in tune as well. And strong meaning, have a lot of control over our thoughts. Which will dictate everything else, how we feel, how we act. So again, it's just, okay. Those both wanted to flip out, so. Okay, gifts received. Green and gold, again, a lot of green and gold's been coming up. That's very healing, heart-centered, the chakra, the green, the anahata, the fourth chakra, it's the fourth ray of the rainbow. Very healing, Archangel Raphael, the 528 hertz, which is what chlorophyll, everything green, everything good, vibrates to the love frequency of 528 hertz. That's the golden consciousness, the Christ consciousness, Christos, the golden, okay, comes from being heart-centered. So gifts received, though, okay, that's what I'm saying, the clairsentient. And that's 13, which is the number of the Divine Mother, okay, but it reduces to a 4, which is the fourth chakra, which is green, heart-centered, healing, Christ consciousness, okay. So when we're very centered, we're balanced. We have control over our thoughts, which leads to control over our emotions, which leads to control over our actions. So when we have this control, very tangible, palpable, okay, because we're earth sign, okay, Taurus needs to see the effects of this balance. They need to feel good, they need to know their thoughts are good, they need to, okay, everything needs to be very balanced, because being sensitive as an earth sign, okay, gifts received, clairsentience, for you clairsentient Tauruses out there, and I've known a lot of Tauruses that are very sensitive, okay, they're very clairsentient, they're what you call it, a sensitive, and Capricorns can be that as well, and my brother and I are very, okay, so, and he's a triple Taurus, so this is very Taurus energy right here. It comes from balance, mastering the thoughts, which leads to mastering the emotions and the actions. When everything's balanced, then we don't get overwhelmed by this gift of clairsentience, okay? We're very aware of what we're feeling because we're very in tune, because we're coming from a very self-mastered, balanced place of equilibrium, Christ consciousness, heart-centered consciousness. Yeah, beauty was at the top of the deck, and that came up for Leo. And I was getting Leo energy already coming in intuitively, so beauty, okay, that heart-centered, that's the most beautiful thing there is. Very interesting. These are very much like twin flame, okay? So yin yang lover, okay, that could be but it internally, okay, the twin within, and the trinity withinity. So the yin yang lover is that the balance of I was gonna say the balance of masculine and feminine, the masculine. Okay, so the yin, the feminine, and the yang, the masculine. So that's, there could be some twin flames watching who are clairsentient, and perhaps had some issues with the Leo that they needed to stand up for themselves, because maybe Leo and Taurus, there's some back and forth because they're, the big cat and the big bull. There's a lot of power, a lot of energy, powerful energies in those two signs. So, so maybe you're trying to balance it out, and perhaps it's a Leo or someone who's fiery and has big energies like Taurus, okay? But like I said, because they're so sensitive, they're the clairsentient, like the Capricorn, they have to have the horns and the hooves. They need some armor that protects them and makes them able to be that sensitive. I mean, look how sensitive, 10 of Cups. Satiety, but sensitivity. I mean, there's 10 there, so when a clairsentient can be balanced, they're all heart, they're all feeling. But, okay, I kept getting balance, that heart-centeredness, that this is the balance of the crown chakra and the root chakra, right? Right, dead center is the heart. Dead center is the heart. So it comes from being balanced, masculine, feminine energy, crown chakra, root chakra, balancing in thoughts with the emotion. Okay, so, and the reason why I'm getting twin flame is because we have let the feminine lead the way. But this is also internally too. This represents the Holy Spirit, the Divine Mother, so yin yang lover was an 8. That's very much, and if you look at the figure 8, and I did a teaching on this sometime last year, but it's about bringing spirit into form, and how that's done is from being in your heart center, being balanced. See how this is an 8? So that's your heart right where it crosses, okay? And then you have 3 chakras below and 3 chakras above. So balance is very key. I think you're going to be feeling very balanced for the month of June. And the feminine always leads the way, okay? Because she's the crown chakra, okay? The masculine's the root chakra. She harnesses that spiritual energy and knowledge, and he grounds it into the ground. Okay, and Taurus, being, some of you that have that gift of clairsentience, I think a lot of you do, maybe you just need to get more in tune with it. I think a lot of you are, though, especially for this month. And it comes from this place of balance, and then letting the feminine lead the way, because your crown chakra is at the top, right? That's the boss, that's the boss's boss. The boss lady, right? She's the boss's boss, the boss lady. So that's what you are, Taurus. You let your divine feminine essence lead the way. And this is men and women, gay, straight, doesn't matter. It's the feminine energy, because they're connected, that's the crown chakra connected directly to spirit. Okay, but everyone being in their heart center, being balanced, this flow can happen where the feminine brings in the energy, the information from God, okay, the visions, the whatever, and the man, you know, writes the Bible. You know, so like she gets all the prophetic dreams and visions in it, and then they write the gospel. You know, just whatever. That's just an example. So, you know, but this is happening as above, so below, as within, so without. So this is a process of this. This is what the self does internally as well. And then projection, reflection, projection, reflection. So it reflects inside of us. We do this process. We project it outwardly. So if we're coming from this good space, then we're projecting this energy out into the world, and that just makes it even just more, that much more beautiful for everyone else. And you see the ripening going on all around you, not just inside of you. You have tangible evidence of maybe you being a good influence. I just got, maybe you are being a good influence on someone, and you're seeing the effects in their life of things because maybe they listened to some of your good advice because you actually went through this yourself. So I hope that made sense. I hope at least one of you got at least one thing out of that reading. Thank you, Taurus. Thank you for joining me. Bless you. I love you. Peace be upon you. And hopefully you'll make it for next month's reading for July. And I look forward to sharing another reading with you then. So take care, Taurus, and I will see you next time. God bless.